and I'm in 12th place right now. I'm pushing hard.
I wasn't planning to race today, but I've not been feeling 100%. I've been a bit off, and honestly, this wasn't on my schedule. But when Alid, a teammate of mine from Team Not Pogi, floated the idea of jumping on to stage 2 of Zwift Cityscapes Series, I couldn't resist. Now, this wasn't your average race. We're talking cat A's here. Zwift Racing Scores between 570 to 725s. And I'll be honest, I'm a cat B, yeah, so this is way out of my comfort zone from the gun. So the race was 2 laps on Park Perimeter Loop, and it's a 19.9 kilometre course with 255 metres of climbing. Sounds flat on paper, but don't be fooled. This route bites. Short punchy climbs, no time to recover, and it all ends with an uphill sprint, which splits packs. The pace, relentless. The ramps, brutal. The final, absolute chaos. How did it go? Well, you'll have to watch to find out, but let's just say this race had a bit of everything.
Right, let's get this underway. Just to let you know, I've the bike selection for today then. So I've gone for the Canyon Air Road 2024 and the DT Swiss disc wheel. Kind of feel it's a bit of a sprinter's bike, so that's what I've gone for. And this is a little bit of a kind of puncher style sprinter's course, I would say. And off we go. Right, I was half expecting this to be 1,000 watts out the gate, and I don't think I would have been able to hold that. But in standard Zwift fashion, like 5 watts per kilo straight away, and then this one settled in relatively easily. Well, this is an A race, so this is definitely a little bit more of a sensible kind of race, and I think people are saving themselves for later on in various parts. So although this is looks relatively flat on the mini map in the top right corner, it's very lumpy, very lumpy, and even those small 3-4% that you just hit there, when you're going at pace, they really do take it out of your legs. So one thing I hadn't pointed out earlier on was I've got a teammate in the race. So Alid Jones from Team Not Pogi's in this race with me as well. If anything, he was the one that tempted me to do this because he put it out there on Discord saying he was going to do this race. And I thought I'd jump in. And there's another nice surprise. Only got 75 kilometres left until my 4th upgrade on my Canyon. So that's good to know. So looking at the field then, 26 riders is it's pretty good. It is 5:10 on a Wednesday, so it's not kind of prime time 7 o'clock-ish, but still 26 riders in a 570 to 725. And as you see there, Alid is already saying that the pace is quite calm before the kicker. I couldn't reply to him because I was actually recording on my phone, so I couldn't type anything. But I'm sure he knew what I was on about. And later on we start using the Zwift emotes to speak to each other as such. So straight away as we hit this downhill, the pace ramps up and it does kind of stretch out a little bit. What I didn't know until after the race is Alid did a lot of that. He was constantly on the front pushing away because he got a little bit bored with the pace. He's already raced this once this week and I think he got 3rd or 4th. So he's definitely one to watch in this race. And then there's a attempted little breakaway here from the fat cyclist. He tries to get away, but the pace is quite high here, so I don't think this is kind of one of those courses that on the flats you can break away. There is a couple of points where you probably could, whether it be the inclines, but I don't think this is the right place now. And the pack closes it up relatively quickly as we round this corner and come down the incline. And that's everyone back together again now. And as you can see, the pace is quite high, 70k an hour going down this on the build up to the first kicker. I'll be honest, at 90 kilos, this was the thing that worried me the most. And as you can see, it comes up there in the climbing portal on the hood, and it's not very long. It's about 600-700 meters long. So it's just all about just sticking with it, because as soon as you get up at the top, you've got a little descent, and that's the rest that you'll get. And you'll see pace is going up above 4 watts per kilo, and it's just about managing that effort. I did save my legs a little bit until we got to the red, and then when we got to the red, I got out the saddle and went up a couple of gears, just so I could kind of match the watts of everyone else. But there's people pumping out orange numbers at the front there, so a little bit of a worry, maybe they were trying to break the pack. But we have dropped a few off the back already now, so it did kind of work. So I think we've got a pack of 18 or something like that now, from the 26 originally started. So with how I've been feeling in the last week and the kind of illness that I've not shook, getting over that climb with this front pack was tough for me. But that was my aim coming into this, was try and stick with it on the climbs. I need to get better on climbs. I know this is quite a short, punchy one, so it kind of affords me a little bit better. But just kind of wanted to make sure that I could stay with it, and then not much time for recovery and another incline. But this one is a little bit more draftable. And I think because of how hard everyone hit it, it didn't hit this one as hard, and I seemed to just roll to the front, and that's not where I want to be. Kind of felt that this was a little bit of a false sense of security, and that this first lap was a little bit of a sighter lap for everyone, and they were taking it relatively easy so that they could smash it on the second lap. But actually we are doing quite good numbers, and I'm sat at a 300 watt average, so it is quick. I had a brief heart attack for a second when I thought there was going to be a split here, so I just made sure that I put the effort in kind of close that gap, because what I don't want to do is get dropped on lap 1. That's not where I want to be. And like you see, there's my teammate next to me, Alid, and he's just cruising at the minute. And there you go, he starts waving at me, so he realises that we can't actually speak. So I'll do the same again. I decided not to go on Discord or anything for all this. I just wanted to concentrate on the race. So this downhill now, then, that become a little bit of respite for me, just to try and catch my breath and get my heart rate down a little bit. And luckily no one gunned it and went flat out. So definitely a little bit of a rest before what is a tiny little kicker up to the banner, where we'll get our first power up. So believe it or not, this isn't the video I planned on making this week. So I did film the ZRL earlier in the week, and if you've seen the results, you'll see that I didn't do particularly well. But that's not the reason I haven't posted it, it's actually the footage is terrible, so I've left it. The GoPro footage of me is not very good. So as we come to this incline then, I've done this one many times on a couple of races. I think this is on the LaGuardia loop. So I've been up here a few times, and it's not bad. I mean, it kind of peaks out at, I think, 5% maybe, and then or 6, there we go, so I was wrong. But it's not a steep climb, it's a short little punchy one. But you just, when you look at the climb portal, you think it's over, and it's not really over yet until you kind of start hitting these Zwift banners here, and then you've got the downhill to the banner, where you'll get our first power up of the race. And look at that, the Zwift gods looking after me. So I got a feather, right? It's either feather or draft, and I got a feather, and I know exactly where I'm saving that for. It's for the little punch up the finish. I did see some other people's videos this week, and some people got the draft on that, and some people got the feather. And losing 10 kilos off your avatar to go up that is definitely the advantage, and that's where you want to save it for if you've got it. I would even suspect that the kicker that's earlier in, if you have a feather, I would not use it on that and save it for the finish if you have. So with 1k to go on this lap, I'm just really scoping out for the finish, just to kind of see what the run in for the finish line is going to be on the second lap. Although I don't think I'm going to be in the mix, because 1, I'm still not feeling 100%, and 2, this is a category above me, so I think I'm one of the lowest Zwift Racing Scores in this category at 590. This is 570 to 725, so there is some big hitters in this one, and I don't think I'm one of them.
So you'll see now, look how stretched out we are. People are testing the waters just to see if they can cause a break. But as we approach 400 metres to go, the climb hood comes up, and then all hell breaks loose, and everyone just make sure they get up in good order. And those that try to break away just kind of get back on. And as you can see there, I used my feather halfway through the first yellow part. That was when I decided to use it, and actually it paid off because I wasn't really pumping out ridiculous numbers. People are putting orange numbers out, and kind of crossed the line at third or fourth for the first lap, so it wasn't too bad. And there's one lap done, and one to go. So like the first lap, this first part of the lap, everyone's relatively tame, sticks together again. The pace isn't setting the world alight as what I thought it would have been for an A race. So I just kind of sit in and try and recover as best I can, even though I'm just under a 300 watt average, which means it still is quick. So Al had said after the race he got bored in parts and decided to go to the front and push it. And yeah, I was 100% cursing him at this time. And I wasn't sure at this point whether he was trying to break away or not, or just ramp up the pace, but the pack kind of closed it down relatively quickly. I don't know if he set up or not, I never asked him.
So like on the first lap, this was the part of the race I was worried about, and I thought maybe they took it easy on the first lap so that they could smash it up this one, and they didn't disappoint. They definitely made it a little bit harder. And at this point, someone's pushing off the front, and as we get to the red part of the course, I think I'm seeing everyone else using their feather, and I thought I'm gonna have to chance it, otherwise I might get dropped. And I'll use my feather, get out the saddle, go up a couple of gears, and just make sure that I maintain contact with this lot, because that's the important thing. If I can maintain contact with this lot, the kind of the hardest part of the course is over and done with. And I can really try and get a little bit of recovery in on that little bit of downhill. And the big guy gets over the hill, so doesn't happen very often. And we're all back together again. That guy that was off the front was caught. I can just take a breath. My heart rate's at 190, so I need that to come down. And just get a drink and sit back in, get ready for the next little incline. I'll be very honest with you, I thought they were going to go a lot harder on this part of the climb than they did, so I was pleasantly surprised by that and pleased, but maybe everyone pushed up that other climb a little bit harder, so they want a little bit of recovery before the final part of the race. So 4.7k to go, we've got another attempted breakaway there. Someone's just pushed off the front and I don't have the legs to follow, so I just sit in the pack and hope that the pack's going to drag it back up. And sometimes you just got to have faith in that the pack will bring it back, and don't try and burn any matches you might not have. And as you can see, that's caused the pack to really string out now. But luckily we've got this downhill here, and that, with my weight advantage, gets me back on in no time. So with the hardest parts of the course kind of over, other than the final climb, we do have a couple off the front, but I don't think with 3.5k to go, it's the move, because there's still a couple of parts of the race that we can catch up on. Like, this is downhill now. Downhill is never a great time to break away unless you're a really heavy rider, and they use your weight advantage against the lighter riders. but in this case individuals start to bridge over, and them individuals bridging over in tail drags the pack up, and again with such a short run in now, then you don't want to be burning anything that you haven't got, and I haven't got it, so I just want to let the stronger guys bring them in, especially on this downhill bit. This is meant to be recovery and pedalling, and then we come to the kind of ramp that's coming up now, and we're all back together before the bottom of it. And I think because I've rode this ramp quite a few times on other courses, I'm quite comfortable just getting up it, just knowing I can get out the saddle. And as you can see, I just start drifting to the front because I'm just using my weight on the pedals to put the watts down, and it just gets me up there a lot easier. I'm not having to spin my legs up to anything ridiculous. And then once I'm up there, and there's another wave from Aled. I don't think I give him the same wave as he give me. Kind of bluff him and say I'm toast. It's not much of a bluff, I'll be honest. I was feeling it at this point. And I'm kind of hoping now that I get something worthwhile for the final run in. And the Zwift gods are really looking after me today. And I got a feather, right? Gone are the days of the anchor, yeah. The blacksmith is dead, as some will say. So as with most final couple of Ks, the pace does go up, and you've got to have your wits about you now and keep an eye out for anyone going for any solo tracks to try and get off the front. But for me, I've already won this race because I've decided to stay with the pack, and this is my first kind of step up race in this category. So for me, it's a win in my eyes that I've got to the finish line pretty much with these guys. Because it shows that I should be ready to make the next kind of step up. You'll see then now we've hit a K, and everyone's starting to kind of spread the pack out, and everyone's looking around. It's just a really nervy time of any race. Pace has gone up. Aled's pushing it at the front, as he always does when the race gets like this, and I think it's all gonna kick off any second. So just under 500 to go, and we hit 400, the climb portal comes up and everyone goes mental. We're not even on the climb yet, and there's people punching orange numbers out, trying to get away, and I wish I had it as well, but instead I pumped the feather and I just start going for it, right? And I'm in 12th place right now, and I'm pushing hard, and I always push to the line. That's my thing, and I just keep going and going and going. I do catch a couple, and I just wish I caught less of the guy on the line, but I'm happy with it.
Oh, well done, Aled. Well done. Oh, do you know what? I'm happy with it. I'm actually really happy with that. More happy my teammates won as well, though. So there it is, 8th place in a proper tough field. Honestly, I'm absolutely buzzing with it. The body is still not 100%, but I dug in and I stayed in it. and managed to hang in there with some seriously strong riders. But the real story, my teammate Alid absolutely smashed it and took the win. Unbelievable ride, clinical, smart, strong all the way to the line. I've dropped a link to Alid's channel in the description below, so give him a follow if you haven't already. He's a top racer and you'll learn a lot from watching his rides. Well, if you've enjoyed this race breakdown, hit the button, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. More races, more pain, and hopefully more results coming soon. Just remember, I'm only 5 away from hitting my 2025 goal of 600, so fingers crossed I'll get that in the coming weeks, and come with me and watch the video when I do. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.